What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Basin is Live podcast. I'm your host, Natalie, and today's episode is a little bit about everything. No heavy topics, no pressure, just conversation between friends and family. And we got no other than Shay W and the one and only Jessica J. Woo!
Woo!
Yay! All right, Shay, what's up?
Not much.
Jess, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You know, Jessica J, like, I don't know if any of your family members have called you Jessica J.
Nope.
I think it's a cool nickname. Do you think it's cool?
I did have a friend approach me, though, one time when we were just sitting there, or not approach me, but was talking to me and was like, Double J's already taken. Like, you know, because they call another tribal members Double J. And then he was just going on and was thinking about that too, Jessica J.
Jessica J. I like that. She's got a new name. No, this is a good Sunday. We're just laughing. We're just laughing about our week. And then we just had this really good feeling coming into the studio and that good vibes and everything. Okay, guys, just before we get started, I just really want to thank Kelly Angela Richens for reaching out to me earlier and kind of informing me about the photography community, letting me know these things. And I thank you and I appreciate you so much for that education. And I told her I really wanted to shout her out on the podcast. And she does have a Facebook page. Check her out over at Single Action Photo. And she's on Instagram. So let her know that you've heard this on Basin is Live podcast and let her know that I have so much love for her and thank you so much. And, you know, I really wish you well on your photography journey as she wished me on mine, you know, and right here is just all about love. All right, guys. So we got these questions and we wanted to freestyle this. So here's what you get what you get and you can't throw a fit.
Hey, yeah.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So do you want me to read this one? I got this. All right, guys. So
Actually, can I say something real
okay,
fast?
you can say anything. The table's all yours.
Okay. So, like, I want to give a shout out to somebody over in Logan. His name's, I don't know. Oh, anyways, he knows who he is, but I'm a big fan of the Tomcat podcast that's on Spotify. And just let them know that I'm thinking about them all the time, and I hope that they're doing good. And
he's doing heart emojis right now.
Oh no, I was just smelling my fingers. Okay, sorry.
It's heart, like I got a heart. No, like that guy's doing really good in his podcast. I was actually featured on that podcast. I love that too. My first one. That's what made me fall in love with podcasting because I just love like talking and then hearing it. And then, yeah, you need to go check it out. Go check out the episode. I even forgot what it was, but just look out for my name. It's underneath Natalie.
I love it. I love that episode. I think the one thing that makes me laugh is there's a part in the podcast where they're talking about Harry Potter houses, and Natalie, she's kind of like nonchalant about it.
I was stupid about it because I didn't even understand the question.
That's my favorite episode.
I didn't.
I wish they would make more, but you know.
No, it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Dude, he wanted to do one when I went up there this last time, but we just got the timing and like trying to do things and like you got so short time, especially when you travel, because all the time is on the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all time consuming.
What podcast was that again?
It's called Tranquil Talks with Thomas. But they were trying to work out a name for the longest time, and I think that I'm gonna say I don't know if I'll ever be on that.
I will never know if I'll be featured.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be featured or whatever.
Y'all just hit me up.
Yeah, I think it should just be called Tomcat because I like that name a lot, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't. I don't know. You'll have to listen.
But it's because of his host too, right?
Yeah.
Her name's Kat. We call her Kat.
She's cool.
She's a really cool cat. I love it.
Yeah. Shout out, Catherine. Shout out,
Kat and Thomas.
That's who we're talking about.
That's who we're talking about. I was going to say his name.
Well, I don't know what to say. I want not to say, so I'm just letting it work.
All right, guys, we have a couple of questions, and we'll just go through them, and then we'll just have a little chit chat. And then I know you guys know some of these. If you don't know them, that's fine with me. Like, no one's not going to know these. All right, guys, you ready? All right, so question number 1 was, how did we meet? Jessica, how did we meet?
I believe we met through Riley, your man.
Wow. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, now it's coming back to me. Riley used to work with you, right? At his previous work.
We actually went down during COVID, and we were one of the
Still active. Where you guys were still working though, right?
Yes, they called it the essential work department.
Yeah, the essential.
So we were there with Riley for a good 3 weeks, 2
I
weeks
think
or
it was
so.
like 3 months.
Yeah.
Was it longer than
It was longer than
When
that.
we used to do the walks and he'd be like, oh, and then you would be like, hey, Riley. Really shout him out. And I'm like, and he goes, she's so funny. Like, she's really cool. And then I'm like, she does sound cool. And then I think I finally met you like a year ago, right? A year ago
Yeah.
with work passings and then having to have the same clients and stuff. And I think
Yeah.
that's what, and then we started building that bond relationship, right?
Really quick. Yeah.
Really quick. And
I
it
think
was so weird. And I'm like, it's just your energy when I first met you. Like, it was just,
Yeah.
it was just enlightening. We had ideas, we had
Mhm.
goals, and we were like, this is freaking cool. And like just working together and collaborating.
Right.
And it was just like a good thing.
I think
It-
the energy is really positive.
And that's what I base my stuff off is energy. What about you, Shay?
Energy wise or what?
Yeah, energy. How'd you meet Jess?
Oh,
Yo, touch it.
I know.
I just stared right at me again. But hey,
I'll get this right.
well, I think I had my first encounter with Jess through my auntie Buffy.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to drag me to her volleyball games and her softball games. And yeah.
Yeah.
And Jessica was one of her on her team at one of the tournaments or something like that. I'm not sure how those.
You know what? Yeah, I met you during volleyball too.
What?
Yeah, because you were helping rec, I think, or like kind of coaching and stuff like that. Like, no, you were reffing.
Was I?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're probably right. I just don't have a very good memory.
Well, I'm trying to think about it.
Right?
Yeah. But that's how you met her is through Buff.
Yeah, and then
Buffy was cool.
yeah, and then she used to work for the paint and horse department when I was a little guy, and she used to do all the snowboarding activities and stuff like that. So I would hop on anytime they would have it.
Or like when they go sledding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we used to get snow.
Mm-hmm. So that's how I know Jess.
Dang, Jess.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just the vibe, and I think it's timing, and then kind of being there at the right place, right time, and then just being at a function or something. You know what I mean? You never know who you're gonna meet, who you might need later, or like who's gonna help you out. I think you just always want to be kind to everybody and have that and help out in any way. And I think that's just what we are. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Especially this year, I told myself one of my goals was to kind of not be as selfish as I've been. And I've just kind of been just letting it ride and helping out people and being there for them, because I found out that a lot of support like that really means a lot to people.
It does.
And to me, beforehand, I really never was a part of that or never really thought of it like that.
You're like, okay, I'm done working. I'm going to go home now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because like with our paint and horse activities and stuff like that, we're here for our community and we're here to help them out in any way possible. But like outside of the, being there for them, showing up to their events and being there, or being there for somebody outside of like the tribe, it's really something special.
Dude, and I thank you guys so much for coming to the open house. Like, you guys showed so much love and support, and you guys were there. They were there. They were in the pictures. If you want proof.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
We were there.
It was
good.
nice.
It was something different.
It was good. I liked it. It was good to see something different. It was good.
Yeah, I feel like you were kind of in La La Land, but you were like all over the place. Like you had so much to do.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
And it surprises me that I have so much energy now. Before I would be like, okay, I used to be like you, Shay, like, all right, I'm done with work. I only have energy just to go home and then like prepare dinner and then, go to sleep. And I used to be like a really old person where I would go to sleep super early, like about 8 o'clock, and then wake up at 4. And then that would be my time, when everybody's sleeping, or I'd go work out, whatever. I was super active. But now that I've given my energy to different people, different parts of like the activities, whatever it may be, I'm not spreading myself thin, but I'm I'm prioritizing like here and then here and then here. And then just showing a lot of support during these things and then kind of prioritizing them. I don't even know how the hell I'm doing it.
Yeah, I think you're
I
doing
don't know how I'm
amazing.
doing it, but I'm doing it.
You're doing photography. You're doing the podcast. You're making videos for us. Yeah, it's amazing.
I think it's a good
Thank you,
thing,
Shay.
though. I mean, I think this is your path. You finally, took the courage, took all that positive stuff, and then just finally took that step into the direction that you need to take. And
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Jess.
it's blooming. It is. It's gonna be
blooming.
nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really nice, and to look at how far you came from.
You know, I never thought I'd have this.
Mhm.
I never thought.
Until you you wanted it, right?
Yeah, I wanted it, and then I got it, but it took a lot just to get here, and it's amazing, and people love it. People like it,
Yes.
and you know that's all I want to do is just giving things back to the community and letting this awareness come together and educating the community too, and then letting them know like, hey, this is what's available here in the Basin type of thing. You know what I mean? Especially that's where the small business and the big businesses come in, and they're all local, and this is what they provide. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think you have a knack for it because I don't know. You can talk to anybody, really.
Oh wow.
Give
And
me props.
we lived here in the Basin all our lives, and I don't even know what kind of boutiques are actually here in Vernal. I mean, I come over here all the time to get groceries and to the theater.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll drive down Main Street, but we
You
didn't
won't
realize
stop.
how much
You won't
things have
stop.
changed.
No one doesn't stop, and I think it's it could be a little busy. Or it could be a lot of hassle just to trying to find parking. You're like, I don't want to go there. But now that you know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm making a point now. Like, I know where that's at.
Yeah, there's a lot of great people here too. You know, a lot of businesses and stuff like that, like the Gaming Citadel that just opened up a while ago.
Have you been?
Well, I haven't. Well, I've been there a couple of times, but
he's all like, I'm 86 right now.
the owner there, and
he's not currently.
I would like to be welcomed back, please.
My apology.
I'm very sorry.
No, but check it out. Go ahead.
Yeah. So they used to have a card shop, and it used to be like a hobby shop. And there used to be an old couple that used to work there, and then there was this new couple that bought it from them. And one of the owners was named Jim, but he hosts like a lot of like Friday Night Magics there. And it's like Magic the Gathering cards and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not like anything terrible.
Friday Night Magic.
Midnight Magic.
Your Midnight Magic?
Yeah. Well, if you think so. I mean, like, that's the only magic they've been around. I mean, like,
We're interested in.
all right. Well,
Just kidding.
then he opened up a new store and they walked away for a while. And then COVID happened. And then the Gaming Citadel came along, and it kind of gives like a lot of like people who like magic and 3D printing and stuff like that, kind of gives them a place to hang out.
Oh, I like it.
Wait, when you say magic, what are you talking about?
Oh,
it's like magic cards. Show her that Pokemon card. It's like the same thing like the Pokemon cards, but it has magic.
Yeah.
Magic something, or is it just magic?
Well, it's called Magic the Gathering. It's like a card game that's made like just like Pokemon, but it's like you battle. Like if me and you were to
Characters.
play,
Right?
You would have your own characters or whatever, and then you can battle them on your cards and stuff like that. It's pretty easy to play.
Is that something that Jacoby does?
Yeah, Jacoby does that.
The collectors. Riley's a big collector. So he's trying to sling those Pokemon cards.
I know, he's got them right here.
He said those ain't worth anything, so
I'll take them off your
he
hands.
just laughed out. All right, okay, cool. What about all right, so we have another question. All right, guys, this one's weird. Are you guys superstitious? Any of you superstitious? I'm superstitious.
I'm superstitious.
Tell me about it.
I'm superstitious.
Tell me about it.
I'll let you go first.
Mine's freaking weird.
Mine's like, don't be whistling at night.
I got a story about that.
No whistling at night.
That's a true story for me.
Dude, we was at this Mexican restaurant. It was nighttime, and then me and Riley was really grubbing down, and then the guy in the back, he was really whistling, and then I looked at Riley, I was like, no whistling.
Right? Yeah.
But I didn't tell him. I just looked at Riley, I was like, no, like just a little joke, like, no whistling.
Mm-hmm. What's your story, Shay?
Break it down.
I don't even remember what my parents were. But I used to live in White Rocks on and off with my dad. And
You were home alone?
Yeah, I think he had to work in the oil field or something like that. And Missy, I think she
You
went
mean
to
your mom?
Yeah, well, I call her Missy.
I call my mom Sheila.
Yeah. No, I have a little history for that, but I'm not, that's something I'll keep. So. But I think she was sleeping or something like that. And I was in the front because I couldn't sleep. So I was watching some movies and I left the TV on. And everybody likes to talk about like not whistling at night and all that. You know?
Yeah, I think that's what we're taught, right?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. But like the crazy thing about it is that I turned off the TV and I can hear the dogs and stuff like that outside. I don't remember if it was a springtime or whatnot, because sometimes when you can hear those crickets in the back, with those
Or
little
outside.
yeah, or outside you can hear that, but it was kind of quiet here.
And then all of a sudden he hears a knock at the door.
Well, that sounded pretty good.
Just kidding. It was all. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was laying there for
No one knocked though, right?
huh? No one knocked.
All right, cool.
No, I was laying there for a minute and I was like, I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna try it.
Whistle?
Yeah.
And you were home alone, and you thought you would.
Missy was sleeping and I was
Oh.
in the front by myself, but it was dark like how it is outside. I went out, I opened the door and I whistled at like, it was probably like a good medium range.
Yeah.
And
You
so
went outside
I went outside and did it.
And he
and
lives.
stood on the porch.
Yeah.
So these
in
houses
White
where he
Rocks.
lived, it's
Oh my
like a
gosh.
big, huge backfield, but all these houses are lined up, and that field is pitch dark.
Yeah. And
It's already creepy as it is.
so I came back inside and I was laying there and I was like, nothing happened.
Mhm.
And I fell asleep and then I think probably around like it was, I don't know, past midnight or something.
Huh.
It can hear it. You can hear exactly how I whistled outside. And it sounded very kind of like distorted, but it sounded exactly how I did it.
Ew.
It whistled back.
And it like shook me up and I was just sitting there with my eyes wide open. I was just trying to be quiet and just sit there and just let it pass or whatever. And then I eventually fell asleep.
Ew, it was mimicking you?
Yeah.
Did you wake
that's
up in
exactly
the morning?
how
Was
it
you
sounded.
like, fuck, I can't do that again? Was you,
Well,
you're lucky nothing didn't bother you.
I wasn't just testing the waters, but in a way I kind of was. But like looking back at it now, I was just seeing. I don't know what I was doing really as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those things like I can vaguely remember, but I know I did that because
Yeah.
I will never forget how that sounded.
So you were curious and you went and
I was
tested. You did
curious,
test
yeah.
it. You did
Yeah.
like, let's see what happens.
I respected it, and every time when I hear like somebody talk about like whistling at night or like an elder talking about it, I just going,
Creepy.
That's crazy. I wouldn't do that.
I don't
No,
even
I
try
don't
to.
do it.
I don't even try.
Oh,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
even try.
it's crazy.
You're dangerous, dude.
living on the edge.
Yeah, it's literally.
Are you kidding me?
Dang.
Oh. I think I was probably maybe 9 or 10, something like
No way, really?
that. Yeah.
So how did you feel the next night going to bed?
Oh, I went to sleep. I was just waking up.
Before it got dark.
Yeah, it was
I
just, I was good after that. And then, going to school and stuff like that. Cause I think it was like that Monday or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
See, yeah, and that being superstitious, they say, don't go looking for what you don't want to see,
Mhm.
So I'm like, I won't even.
And it reveals
It
themselves.
shows you. It shows you.
Yeah. I feel like back and forth when I was living with Missy and my dad and
Uh-huh.
living with my grandma, it was going back and forth. I was kind of like going through
You were in different communities,
Yeah.
right? You were in like 3 different communities at the time.
So,
No,
I feel like the people in White
you're really from White Rocks, right? Yeah.
I mean,
From the
I'll take Richardson's, man, for real.
You're from White Rocks.
But like, the White Rocks community, it's really good. But like, they're crazy too. So
Well, White Rocks, yeah, you then don't go up to White Rocks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
it's all mountain too. It's crazy.
It's really
Yeah.
cool. I mean, I was born and raised, so I love it. I vouch for it because it's home.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's go back to the superstitions. Like, are you superstitious? Are you superstitious? What would you put in that category?
Oh, like all of the what would you call it? Like not urban legends, but the things that we were taught
Yeah.
in our culture. And then like obviously you got the other like walking under the don't walk under
Ladder.
the ladder, don't open the umbrella. All of that
Like
stuff
the
doesn't.
black cat.
I'm not too. Like, it's not like I'm more superstitious about our cultural stuff than the non-cultural stuff.
Dude. So my non-culture stuff, so my superstition, this is going to sound stupid, but I can't listen to 50 Cent.
I love this. You should talk more about it. 'Cause this is very interesting.
Freaking
Let's go.
50 Cent. I cannot listen to it. Something bad always happens every time it plays on the radio. Or when Riley listens to a freaking TikTok and it's playing and he's super famous, whatever, and it's playing in the background, or if I hear it in the store, if I hear it like, what would you say? Like, yeah, in a store, you're at the club, whatever, you're at a concert, you hear a song, and I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? I'm like, I can't fucking, like, now something's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And usually it freaking does. Something does happen. And that's my superstition. It used to be Justin Timberlake. I could not listen to any of his songs, but now I can't listen to 50 Cent because something happens.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? And I
It
don't
is
know,
weird.
and I have nothing against this guy, but every time something he plays, something always happens.
Did something happen to you, like, in the very first of, like, when the song
I don't
was
even know
playing?
how this all started. I don't even know how this all started. I just noticed, like, when I hear this song, then something would happen. And then when I don't know if I just, like, channeled that energy into it to where I like, okay, if something, like, if I see a red or if I see like a blue color, I'm not saying I don't have that superstition, but like to say, like, if you see a blue color, then something's going to happen. Or I can't explain it. I don't know if any of you
That's
understand,
weird.
but yeah, I can't listen to 50 Cent. It's weird. Yeah, I don't even know how this started. And it's weird to me, and I don't know if it's something that I'll have to live with my whole entire life. But I did try to do it like how you said, like maybe just push it out there, push it out to the universe and say that, and nothing isn't going to happen. Maybe you're predicting it. You know how we push words out into the universe and it comes back, kind of a thing. Maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe try it in a different way and through a positive form or something like that. But I was like, oh, I might as well just try it, just to try it.
So, have you listened to 50 Cent recently, or what? Have you tried it?
So before he plays, or if I hear him on the radio or anything like that, I'll hurry up and change it, and then we're good. We're still in the clear. I don't know how many seconds. I don't know how many seconds I have.
Whoa!
Like,
Live
I don't know how many seconds I have. Like, no, about like if it'll happen, if anything will happen. But I'll hear like the first beginning. Once I recognize his voice, and I'm like, oh shit, change it. Then I'm good. I'm in the clear. I do not know how this.
what kind of mood are you in at the moment when that song is playing?
I'm just thinking, oh crap. Like, oh crap. I don't know.
You just hear it, but
yeah, it's so weird. I can't. It's something I can't control, and I always feel that way. I don't know if anybody of the listeners ever had that experience. Message me. Let's get down to it. I don't even know what I'm experiencing.
So it was Justin Timberlake before, and then now 50 Cent, and then.
Well, here's the cool thing about it. I don't hear Justin Timberlake at all anymore. That's the weird thing. And now it's 50 Cent. And dude, yeah, something.
What if there is
Like how?
Like-
So, oh, go ahead.
sorry, like what if it is the universe trying to talk to you? Like what if it's the song that, like, what if it's any 50 Cent song, but what if it's that particular song that's playing and you just have to listen to the lyrics and just kind of be like, and it's nothing, you automatically assume that, hey, it's a negative.
And you know what's crazy? I grew up with 50 Cent music, and I know all the words. I know every song, like, word for word. And I don't even know how it started. I don't.
Maybe you were going through something as a child,
Can I-
fighting. or
No, I
something.
don't.
Can I get some clarification? Can I
With
get-
your opinion.
Yeah, can I get some clarification here? So you told us how it, like, affects you or makes you feel bad. So, like, is there an example that you can give us? Like, if you hear 50 Cent on the radio, what happened to you? Like, what, did you trip and fall or what? Like, that's what I'm trying to say.
No, it's like a bad situation will happen, kind of anything, and it does have something for me. Like it's something that I have to play a part in, or something that I have to fix. Something that happens, like family crap or something, or like just something, like a situation just comes up out of freaking nowhere, and then it's a bad one, and then I have to put my energy into it to kind of fix it, or like dang, like, or jump up in the middle of the night and go save someone, or you know what I mean?
Wow.
It's just something like that.
So you think
It's
it's
those
your
kind
inner
of,
child, like your inner child, like I don't know, whatever you've gone through.
I don't know.
As when you were younger,
I don't know.
possibly is terrified. I don't know.
But then it moved to like Justin Timberlake first, and then it moved to 50 Cent after that. So like,
Yeah, it's
like
it's
leveled up.
weird. It's it muscled up.
But I've heard of somebody like the same thing. Like they can't really listen to like Leonard Skinner or anything like that. Or I think it's like it's like Credence Water Clear Revival. I think they can't listen to anything like that, and they have to be out of the room because like I think that person also has like
Similar experience.
yeah, or something. They just have like I don't know.
Just triggers them
Yeah,
somehow, emotionally, mentally.
yeah.
Like I'm not emotional about it.
Yeah,
Like
you're
I'm
cool.
not like I'm not emotional about it or like feel some type of way, but I do feel like, oh crap, like something's gonna happen now.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Like you're terrified when it comes on.
Not
Like turn it off. Like turn it off. Change it because something major, drastically, or is it just like I might trip, I might slam my finger in the door, might get a flat tire, or do you think like it's like
I don't know, when you say things like that, like when you're like, I'm gonna get a flat tire, maybe it's something that I think and then it happens. I don't know. It could be something in that category. I would think.
Yeah.
I think it would be like, I don't know if I'm just accepting it and saying, all right, something bad's gonna happen. This is how it's gonna go, kind of a
Like
thing.
you-
I don't.
Yeah, but like in my case too, do you really want to chance fate? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, with Shay's situation, remember when he whistled and he chanced it? Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. And then Riley didn't even believe me. I'm like, you can't play that. And then he was like, why? And then he played it, and I'm like, we'll play it then. And then that's when he played it. Something happened that night, and then I was like, I've told you, like, that's why you don't play that song. And he goes, okay, now I understand. And I'm like, and he goes, but can I still listen to it? And I'm like, you can listen to whatever you want, but just not around me and that song, like any song that he has. And I was like, I can't explain it. And I'm like, and he goes, okay, I understand. He goes like, I kind of feel that.
my thing on these things are like you throw stuff out there like we talked about before in the into the universe, and it gives you what you want. You know what I mean? If you're looking for abundance, you obviously say what you're manifesting. And then so like when you already have this, I guess you could say a negative mindset about when something comes on in particular, and bam, it happens because you're already thinking, well, I already throughout the whole day, you might hear that song in the morning, but you're going through the whole day like I'm looking for it. Where's it at? Something's coming. I know it's bad. It's bad. And then later, and then it just the universe
appears.
gives you
it appears, and it's like, all right, there it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, superstition. You're out there. You don't want to put yourself in a situation, in a bad situation that you don't already know that is going to happen if you're looking for. Like, let's say they tell you don't go drive around the Bottle Hollow Lake.
Or don't be driving on back roads.
A lot of things have happened on the back roads around the lake. Then when they see something, like,
it shows itself. You know what I mean? It's so weird.
Yeah.
All right. So we have another question. What's something that puts you in a good mood no matter what? No matter what.
Music.
Music?
Music. Like when you had a bad day.
I think coffee. Coffee, I think, no matter what, I think I can have the crappiest day. And as long as I look forward to waking up and having a cup of coffee and then doing my morning routine, I'm happy with that. As long as I get to have my cup of coffee. That's all I want. I think that what makes me happy, and I'm okay, I'm ready for the day. Like, I can't predict what's going to happen today, but let's just go for it.
Yeah. I feel like waking up in the morning and being up before the sun is really nice because you get to see it like come up, and over the years, I mean, not over the years, but like throughout the year, you can see what time it comes up at a certain point. So like when it hits like the Uinta Mountains over here, it's like what? I think it's probably like 6 o'clock, but in the summertime it changes to a higher because we're also going to spring forward, right?
Yeah, we are not too long.
Wait, is that today?
Next month.
No, it's
not this.
I don't. But
We're
anyways,
always free.
I know.
Right.
But yeah, you get to see points of the day, and then when winter comes around, the sun, like, our time changes and stuff like that, and it's gone. And so I like getting up in the morning and kind of like it kind of just clear it just I feel like it has something to do with like how we were raised, because like we always have to get up in the morning, and we can't really sleep in. I'll admit now, sometimes I do sleep in, but like, not all the time.
You're a morning
He's
person.
like, I'm
Yeah.
not in bed all day.
I'll be
He's
yeah.
like, I'm not lazy, I swear.
And it's okay to like, that's totally fine too, because there's like what was it? This somewhere where there's like a feng shui thing about a lady resting in your house.
What?
Yeah, so like if like, cuz I guess you can say like when sometimes like one of the primary providers in the household is tired and they're resting on the couch,
Mm-hmm.
and you see that and you call them lazy, that's not good for you to do, because it actually she's bringing vitalization to like your house and stuff like that. I think that's
I've heard
how it's
that.
going.
I've
heard
never
that.
Yeah, and it's just like it's kind of like like I say, I don't know if it's feng shui or if it's kind of like some superstition in a culture, but like I thought that was interesting to hear.
You're not supposed to
seen that.
talk bad about them, kind of a thing, if they're resting.
Yeah, just let them rest, because they help the house, keep it nice, and the energy.
The energy, like
yeah.
the good
It
energy.
balances everything, right?
And when Riley is resting or anything like that, I don't bother him or like try not to nag him or anything like that, because I'm like, oh, he's probably tired because he does work a lot. So when he comes home, then I'm like, all right, you can chill. I was like, I didn't want to bother you because you're resting or whatever, you're taking a nap. And then I'm like doing my own thing. And I'm like, oh, I'm just over here like doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And then I'm okay with that. But I understand that a little now.
And I think that daylight savings is probably I think we said March 8th or something like that.
March 8th.
So it's coming up soon. So
Right. So does it? Okay, this is what freaking bugs me the freak out, because Riley's like, okay, we're gonna lose an hour of sleep now, and then I'm like, what? You said that the last time, and he goes, yeah, it's spring forward, and I'm like, you said that the last time. And I was like, are we losing an hour of sleep? Are we gaining an hour of sleep? You said that the last time. I was like, you're lying to me, like, and I have to do my own research, but I still don't understand it. Like, explain it.
you want me to?
Yeah,
I can't explain it.
I can't, because I'm like, because he keeps telling me you're losing an hour, and I'm like, you said that the last time when it was daylight savings.
Yeah.
Like, which one is it?
We do lose an hour. 'cause-
What? See,
It's like you're trying to tell us to explain leap year. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think it's just like, it hits a certain point, like even on a clock. Or I remember I used to watch it on satellite because the Dish Network used to like go from like 12 and it immediately skips and it goes to 1 o'clock.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I would stay up with my grandma to do that one time, but she would always fall asleep.
Oh wait, no, we don't lose an hour. I'm going to read it right now. So Siri said, spring forward refers to start of daylight savings time, where clocks are set forward 1 hour to extend evening daylight. In 226, this occurs Sunday, March 8th at 2 a.m., resulting in an earlier sunrise and later sunset,
Oh yeah,
effectively losing 1 hour of sleep.
yeah. So you are losing 1 hour, and I have to say too, the sunsets here are really amazing too. I like that.
Riley says pollution.
About the sunsets?
Yeah. He says pollution.
Huh?
And I was like, it's pretty. He goes, it's pollution. You know how to ruin it, don't you? All right, guys, let's move on to number 4. If you could give your past self one simple piece of advice, what would it be?
You can go
I would tell my younger self is think about it. Don't be in a rush to grow up. It's not all about driving. And listen to your mom. Listen to your parents. What would be your guys's? That's mine. That would be I would give myself that advice.
I would have to say any opportunity that you have that's presented, presented to you, to take it. Don't hesitate and say, well, I don't know, and question and
Don't
try to-
overthink it.
Yeah, even that
Just do it.
overthinking, man, it can really
Yeah.
control. Like,
You can really control yourself when you overthink, right? I think a lot of things like this morning, I was telling Riley, I was like, I'm starting to do, what are those things called where you put your arms on the ground? Planks, where you do planks.
yeah.
And then I'm like, you have to really just do it. Don't tell your mind that you're going to do it. Don't keep second guessing it. Don't like give yourself any like excuses or anything like that. Just say that you are going to do it, and then just let your body control you, and you go do it yourself, because then you'll thank yourself later. I was like, I feel a lot better.
Overthinking. No, I'm just like thinking like overthinking it puts you in a state of, gosh, I don't know.
It can put you in depression.
Into different things. Like, yeah, it can. It really can when you think about it.
And then change your whole energy of how your mood is, right?
It can take a toll on your mental health.
And on your body, your face, your complexion, everything like that.
Because
I totally feel that.
Yeah, it's horrible.
What about you, Shay? What would you give that younger Shay advice of?
I feel like younger Shay was very shy and very bashful.
If you know Shay, if you ever grew up with Shay,
I feel like if anything, just it's okay not to have friends. And I feel like sometimes having friends dictates what your actions are going to be.
I think we were your friends.
Well, you guys are. But like the friends that I made outside of my family. And just hanging around, just, having them influence your life and in a way where you go, well, I'm just going to take a step back.
Yeah.
And I felt like I did that in my high school days. And I think that was one of the biggest things that I could have done for myself. And I feel like discovering my talents earlier in life, because that would have probably helped me out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess those 3 things would have probably helped that a lot.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now you can only think about what if, right?
Well, yeah. You can think about what if, and I kind of go over that sometimes a lot in my head, because, I think it's just a part of life, because we're all just we're still going.
I got a question. Do you guys ever play out a situation like, okay, if you did this, so-and-so's gonna do this, and it plays out like that, it can go either way. Do you guys play out certain situations?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to. And I'm like, okay, if I do this, then how is that going to look? How is this going to, you know what I mean? And I play it out. And is that overthinking, or is that overlapping of trauma?
Well,
would it be trauma? It wouldn't be trauma. It would be just that planning, right?
Yeah, I don't think it would be overthinking if it happened already. Reflecting back on it, you were thinking about what should I have done differently, or you know what I mean?
No, it's like
kind of
you're
like
planning
you're trying
ahead.
to be a perfectionist. So you want everything to work out exactly the way you want it, with no errors, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so you overthink it, and you're like, well, if that happens, maybe I can do it this way. If that happens, maybe I'll try this. If that happens, I will just do this instead. And then everything will be okay. But if you just go ahead and just go with it, it'll just play out as
it falls.
Yeah,
it falls into place, right? In the stupidest little missing pieces of that plan, or like that situation, right?
Yeah. Going with the flow is the best thing that you can probably do.
That's what I like to do, is go with the flow. Like, I didn't expect so much of anything, and then I'm like, okay, we're going with the flow, and then it's going. It's just going. So I'm super.
And then
blessed.
when you're going with that flow, I mean, I'm sure you have music going on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I think music sets the tone to everything, to every action that we're doing,
Yeah. And then I don't think I could ever live without music. And
honestly, I can't.
I can't.
I have to have my blues.
Blues.
My
you listen to blues?
I do. I like the blues. Yes.
I have a few songs that are blues, and they're really cool.
They have that blues
festival.
Blues. Yes. I want to go.
It's really cool.
Have you been?
Huh?
What?
Out in Salt Lake, they have, it's like a Utah annual thing that happens in downtown Salt Lake.
What month?
No, it's just for
what month?
Days. I think it's June or July. But it's in a big old open area downtown between some buildings. I think it's next to the ABC for You Now, where you can walk past that open area. It's kind of around that area. And
I think we should go this year.
Yeah, they have tons of blues people.
We need
It's
to go.
awesome.
Wow.
They have a big old concert thing down in Telluride. I mean, they have these all over the place, but
Yeah.
But this one
Oh,
specifically.
I think there's one that's it's called Cafe R&B.
Mm.
Really good.
I wouldn't go to that one.
in the
Weird.
city?
No, they've
Here?
been doing like that. They've been doing like their blues thing for like a long time, but like they're one of the artists that was playing at the blues festival one year.
Oh,
Mm.
nice.
Got it.
Yeah, Cafe R&B.
Cafe R&B.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
R&B or R&B?
Yeah, it's
Like
rhythm-
R&B music?
Yeah, it's like rhythm
Okay.
and blues, but it's called Cafe R&B.
Dude.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
I like that.
That just sounds chill right now.
It does sound chill.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you the song after this. I can't wait.
Right on.
Okay. All right, moving on. Kate, question number 5. What's something that you cannot live without? Go.
My Bluetooth speaker. Seriously. I have
You
to have
can?
music. I have to have music. Whether I'm cooking, doing yard work, just
You gotta
chilling.
have it. You
going
gotta
to
bust
sleep.
it out.
Mhm.
I gotta bust out.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, it doesn't. I have to have some music.
Shay, what about you? Can you live with something or can you live without?
I can live with something. So like now I like value like a lot of nutrition stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not in particular to my job because we're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about like, what I like to do on the regular. I have to eat like salad and
Yeah.
like leafy greens because there's like a
Are you in this habit? You got this habit formed, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You formed a habit.
Lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Dude, are you loving it?
I am because I just have to have something green. I have to have like antioxidants.
That's something you can't live without, right?
Yeah, and it's like very important for like the microbacterial stuff for your stomach and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to have like some kind of fruit. I don't really like candies and stuff like that, but
I can live without candy. Yeah, I can totally live without that.
Yeah, and I like to bring this up because I don't know. I'm proud of myself because I'm getting in the second month, but for my New Year's resolution, it was to go throughout the whole entire year without drinking pop, which is something I don't really do a lot.
Yeah.
I have it every now and then.
Yeah.
And no sweets like candy and stuff like that.
Oh, good. Dude. And then kind of only having sugar in food. Kind of like that. That's in foods.
Yeah, because like, teaching these classes and stuff like that, you realize that there's like a lot of hidden sugars and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like in particular.
It's just not like you taking like you're eating candy bar.
Yeah, I
like you
don't.
won't. You're like no, you ain't doing that.
I think that my problem is that I like to eat.
Uh-huh.
So but as far as that goes, yeah, I'm not really a sweet eater, but I like fruits and stuff.
Wow. Dang. There's something that I can't live without, and I noticed it when I went a whole. It's water. I went a whole 2 days without water, and I felt I had the crappiest mood. I had like the shittiest energy than because I was drinking pop, and then I was drinking I drank coffee in the morning, didn't even drink water in the morning, and I drank coffee, and then I had pop, and then my body, I was like, why do I feel this way? You know what I mean? And I was wondering why, and I'm like, I forgot to drink water. So I was drinking. I cannot live without it. And I don't know what it does to me. It's like it just cleaned after that. Like always have to have a water bottle. Always have to have some sort of water. Like when I wake up, and I'm just really appreciative of that we're able to drink water, because I know some people there's some people out there that can't do that. You know what I mean?
Me.
Yeah, there's some. It kind of just breaks my heart because there's some people out there that can't have water, like how I have water, and sometimes water is good, and I do pray with it and kind of pray for the people that aren't able to have water, but just hopefully they feel something when I drink it. You know what I mean? Just something like that, and have like that good positivity. But water, yes, I cannot live without. I don't know. I guess I'm just a water drinker.
No, I like that. That's important.
And I can't drink certain waters too. That's a superstition.
Really?
Yeah, no, I can't.
Well, some of the waters have a lot of minerals in them too. Minerals, and then what do they call it? And
No, it's so it's like the plastic that leaches into like the water bottles when it's being processed. And sometimes if they get it from a certain source, the sources can be unregulated and stuff like that. So that's why it tastes weird. But
wow. Did you know
yeah.
that they did a study? There was a doctor that did a study, about on a human of today's day and age. I don't know how old they were or what they were doing, but they drank water and they consumed what we consumed, stuff like that, and ate what we ate, like in the grocery stores, all that processed stuff. They said, I don't know what the percentage it was, but they said their brain was like had traces of plastic in it.
Ooh.
I believe it.
Yeah, and I was like, why? And I seen this on like a TikTok somewhere, and I can't even find that video anymore. So I'm like, oh.
No, it's and the good source of water that you can get is regular tap water because
Is it more healthier?
no, they regulate it every single day, and they have to check the levels of it, and they do it every single day. And so somebody's always checking on the current tap water and stuff like that, rather than having it sourced in a bottle. But I can't say because sometimes you go, dang, so when you're traveling, you need water.
Yeah.
And you go, oh man,
I need my Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, a lot of people love Diet Pepsi. A lot of people love Diet Coke, and they go to town on that. That's their drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but water's good. It's
Water's
crazy.
really good. Last question. So, do we believe other entities exist? Why or why not? I do. I believe that they exist. Everything, anything, all of them exist. Aliens, Bigfoot, the big one, Bigfoot, the skinwalkers, the black tall guys, the black
Black
tall guys, the black tall guys, the little people, the little monsters. Just as all. The black people, not black people,
The black
but like
shadows?
the black shadows. Those, and then just other beings, energy goes like. I believe it all.
Like we're talking still about like the superstitions.
I believe other entities exist. Why or why not? I believe it all. Tell me your experience.
No.
Yeah, this is like superstitions. Right?
Talk about the black guys.
All black guys?
You're all which ones?
Yeah, so we're talking about superstitions, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. It's just as long as we're on that line. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify because it's late. Yeah, I think that there are entities out there, and like a religious standpoint, because I'm Catholic and stuff like that, and I also believe like in our traditional ways too. And I'm not saying that I've been around those things or whatever, but I believe them, and I
believe them too. Like just hearing them from other people's stories, just hearing them from like my experience, and when people tell you like these things, like they're telling you these things for a reason. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, stay out of this area or at this time or like stuff like that. And you kind of take that all into consideration. Don't you think? Like, all right, cool. And like, it shouldn't be over here or it shouldn't be out walking at night. You know what I mean? What Jess said is like, you go looking for these things, they're going to show themselves to you.
Yeah.
Type of a deal.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I steer clear.
Yeah.
But I have another thing too that kind of ties into this. Have you guys ever had dreams about monsters? Have you seen these things? Like I think that's where I believe them the most because they do exist and they think they show themselves to me in my own dreams. And then just seeing like, shoot, that's real. Like I actually know what a water baby looks like.
Ew.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it's nuts and it's scary and they're real. Like they said that, they told me that they're real and like, they're like, that's why you have dreams about me. Like, cause we live super close. You know what I mean? Like this is where we live. And I was curious. So I get on the map and we're told not to go in this certain spot, like these certain areas. I get on the map. It's in White Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I get on the map and I'm looking at this and it's on the satellite and it's got this really thick, bushy area on the river and it goes down and it kind of goes into a curve going downstream. And then I'm like, is that where they live? because when I was little, my grandma's house was right there. And when I was little, my uncle Darren and my auntie Holly, they were babysitting us. And I don't know where my parents were. I think my mom might have been at work. My dad might have been somewhere. But we were there, and me and my cousin, and I don't think Thomas was there, but we were playing, and we were just, playing with like trucks or something like that outside. And then all of a sudden we hear like this baby crying. Then we're like, is that a water baby? Because we were always taught like water babies don't go over there or whatever. So we're like, is that a water baby? Like we can actually hear it, like crying like a freaking full-on baby, like a baby. We go and tell my uncle, and we're like, hey, there's something crying down there and you need to come listen. And he's like, okay, cool. Like, let me go outside. Let's go see. And he comes out and he walks further. It's a little bit more like you have to hear, like it's very faint, but you can hear it like it wants you to get closer and closer. You know what I mean? Like it's
to
really
follow it,
because the closer you get, the more you're going to hear it. Like it tricks you in that sense. So you have to keep walking to hear it a little bit more and hear it a little bit more. And I think that's how they attract you, because they faintly have a cry and then you walk. This is my thing I'm picturing. They're faintly crying. You can hear it in your ear, but you have to be like really still to hear it. You keep walking, gets a little louder. You're getting a little closer, and then it gets a little louder. And then when it actually feels like it's there, it goes faintly again. And then maybe that's their way of like trapping you. Like now now you're in their zone, and now they can just go and snatch you and grab you. No one would ever know you're gone. Don't you think? But then anyway, so he heard it, but he didn't do that. Obviously, he was like, you guys need to not go over there or anything like that. Now you know what that sounds like. Do not follow that voice and stuff like that. He's like, you guys were just go back inside. And we're like, all right, cool.
right?
Yeah. But yeah, they look pretty gruesome.
Ooh.
They look crazy. They don't even look like a baby at all.
I don't even care to discuss how they look. And that's because they are real. They are real. I don't care to think about it.
I can't remember who was telling us that they seen one too, and I can't remember who was telling us that, but one of Riley's cousins was saying that, yeah, they look like this. They're like, they were explaining. I was like, that's what I seen in my dream. You know what I mean? Yeah, it looks just like that. And their faces are really long, and I'm like, it looks just like that.
Ew.
They used to have, you know where, in Roosevelt, do you know where the Pilot store is? And then remember they used to have that propane shop right there, but it wasn't called Questar. It was called something else long time ago. And it used to be where everybody used to go and pay for propane. Well, rumors say that they actually had a picture on their wall. I think my grandma told me that. Like long time ago, whoever used to own it before who and who, they used to have a picture on the wall, and it had the picture of a water baby.
Really?
Yeah. And they had it, and it was dead. Someone killed it, took a picture, and yeah, and no one doesn't know where that photo's at.
Ew.
That is terrifying.
Isn't that weird? But that's my thing. I think that's what kind of gets me. And every time I think about water or anything like that, or if I'm by a river, I think about them, and then I'm like, shh, are they gonna show themselves? You know what I mean? I get kind of scared.
I only hear from like certain members and a lot of elders. They have like some stories like that, but it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but that's hard to say.
Oh yeah.
But I have something to share.
Yeah.
How about if Jess wants to go for it, then go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Okay. So, let's see. I remember that there was a lot of deaths in our family in my earlier life, and I remember that there was my great grandma Dorothy Roaches, and she was very sweet. She'd always ask us what we would like to eat, and she was very inviting into our home. And she grew up in a time where they were to use like a whole bunch of stuff like canned goods and jars and stuff like that. So she's from that era. I was probably maybe 7 or 6, somewhere around that age, where I didn't really know too much about her. And so I was like organizing my room because, you know, I got tired of the layout and, I was playing with where my bed should be. So like our people kind of like they like the north and south. They like to have their houses like north, facing north. Some people east and stuff like that. I was taught that you have to like have your bed from north to south, and so it's just a directional thing. And so like, but I was playing, like, I was just messing around. So like, I had already moved my dresser facing the east side, and my feet were facing. My bed was turned towards the the west side, and so she had passed away unexpectedly. She was, well, actually, I think she was having health complications from what I remember. Me not knowing really too much about her or having anybody mention anything, it was sad. And so there was this, during her, like, I guess, like, what do you call it when somebody passes away? You're trying to, oh, during her arrangements and stuff like that, they were having that week of figuring out what to do and who to call and stuff like that. Um, you know, being a kid, you're kind of kept away from that sort of thing. So there was this one night, since I had switched my bed from east to west, I had my bed was facing outside my door. So like you can look in, you can see a bed that's facing sideways. And so it would be right next to a window. And what?
Or in your dream?
No, this was real life. Yeah. So during her or what you call it, during that week, let's see. During that week, I remember just going to sleep, and my family was like, "Yeah, just we're gonna be in the living room. We're gonna be talking about family stuff, and you go ahead and just go to bed." So they would keep my grandma would keep the bathroom door open, right? Just cracked enough so you can see like light. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, like a nightlight. And so I remember just waking up one night and I felt like somebody was just watching me. And
I hate that feeling.
Yeah.
And then I always get terrified, like something freaking actually is, because it could. Mm-hmm. I always get terrified.
And so you know how earlier I was telling you that my bed was facing, my door was open. So like, I can see my grandma's room. They can see me in here. I happened to turn over to my right and I was frozen like with like shock because there was this lady clearly standing there. And
was this in your dream?
In a nurse's uniform, and she was just going like this with some charts and stuff like that. And I was like just shocked. And I didn't say anything, and it was probably a good couple of minutes that, I finally screamed for my grams.
Did she see you? Did she see you see her?
She didn't see, like, no, that didn't happen. Uh-huh. But I called for my grams. Graham came right across from her bedroom. And I was like, there's like a nurse, like right there in our house. Like, what? And she was like, just, calm down, just relax. And, you can come sleep with me for the night. And so during that time, I didn't really know what that was. No one really explained that to me. And then the next morning, I came out to eat some cereal or whatever, have some breakfast. But the whole family gathered in that area that we had in Richardson's. And they were like, tell everybody what you saw last night. And I was like, okay. So I just explained how I was explaining to you guys. They had mentioned that my great grandma, she was a nurse that was she used to service the area of Fort Duchesne. And so I had no idea what that was. And for that to kind of like be like this silhouette kind of like lady in the hallway just doing some charts and stuff like that freaked me out because I've never seen anybody like that. And so from that day, I wasn't really, people talk about ghosts and stuff like that, but when like they actually see it for themselves, it kind of freaks you out a little bit. And
especially when you're young.
Yeah. And so all my life too, I've been told that I have like very like beautiful eyes, very like specific eyes and stuff like that. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not to humbly brag on myself or whatever, but I've always just been told that all my life.
Yeah.
And so later on, maybe like 10 years ago, or whatever, I went down to a training in Arizona. And there was this other lady, and she was a native lady, and she's like, "Hey, I noticed your eyes and stuff like that." I was like, "Oh yeah, I get complimented on that all the time."
Uh-huh.
And she says, "Did you know that in our culture, people with our eyes can see things that normally people can't see?" And I said, "I believe you."
Mm-hmm.
And then from that on, you kind of think about it in a way where you just go, uh, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like thwarting, I guess you can say,
Mm-hmm.
because I would not even think about that, but it kind of just explains quite a few things in my life, which is kind of crazy.
Right on.
Damn, Shay. I have so much to relate to there. I don't know if I even should say it, but it's something that changed my life because I think my dreams tell me things. Like I have a certain dream. I won't say what it's about because I don't know if I should even be saying anything about it, but I'll just tell you that when I do have a dream, it kind of tells you like what to expect, kind of a thing, or like this is why you shouldn't do these things, kind of a thing, or you know what I mean? Like the dream actually shows you. Almost like that Final Destination,
Like a
it
warning?
shows you like a freaking warning, and then usually it's not about me. Like if like family's going through something, and it'll show me like it's because of this, like, or like, you know what I mean? Or like, it's something that's the dream actually tells you what it is. And it's in your life. I don't think how people understand like how well connected we could be with our dreams.
So like there's a message in these things.
There's a message in them. And I take my dreams like fully. I count on them. Like I understand them and I do believe them, because when I went through this certain situation with something, and it was warning me, it was kind of telling me everything, but in my actual reality I was brushing it off, and then soon it really revealed itself, and then it was like, you know what I mean? Just felt, I'm like, I need to start listening to it, because that's what it was trying to show me in the beginning, but I was too living so much in reality that I just brushed it off. And then there was one like that had involved family, and I would want to understand it, like how is that person doing this, or what's going on, kind of a thing. And I was like super worried and super wanting to know, and my dream actually showed me, and then what like a other entity was trying to do in the home, and like it was just something, you know what I mean? And then I I put it to the test. I was like, Mom, I told her, woke up, told her about my dream, and it was about a family member. And then I was like, I'd never been in her house at all, and I'm like, is her bedroom on this side? And I was like, where's the other person's bedroom? And my mom was telling me like it's on the far end, and I was like, is there a couch like in the middle, stuff like that. I was explaining to her like where are these couches sitting, and I was explaining to her like what I seen in my dream. She goes, those are where it's sitting, and I'm like, I told my mom, I kind of like cried, and I told her, like, well, I had a dream about this, and this is what happened, this is why it's happening, and stuff like that. And she was like, pray about it, and like we called another family member, and they prayed with me for it and all that stuff. So it was something, like it was just something that I can't explain, and like something that just happens, and like in my dream, and I was just like, oh my God, like I was just kind of like taken back from that. I don't know if you guys something similar. I don't know, Shay. Can I relate? Can I relate? Can you relate?
Yeah, we can
Are we
relate.
relating? All right.
It's funny too, because when certain people pop up in your dreams, and you're not even thinking about them at all, you can kind of read it as like this person's actually thinking about you, and you go, why are they in my dream? I mean, like we don't even talk.
So we didn't even talk.
Yeah, but like something like that, or like if there's bugs in your dream and stuff like that, it's like there's like,
Wait, tell me about the bugs.
if there's something that's like trying to manifest in your life, but you're not really allowing it to be, so it's just crawling on you. And so that's kind of like what my interpretation is of it. And there's like some things out there for you to glance at, but like but like with the people thing, that's kind of a thing that I kind of have.
I believe that we go through a lot of different things in life, and at the time that we have these dreams, We wake up in the morning, it's a time to reflect on ourselves. What are we manifesting at that time? Were we going through a death at that time? Are we going through stuff at work at that time? Are we going through health problems at that time?
Or did somebody
So-
say something to you at that certain time? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you just have a short memory of it, and then you go on about your day, and then you end up having a dream about it later.
But we still got to reflect on ourselves, because our dreams are what we carry in our conscience, right? So we got to reflect on ourselves. Like, are we self-sabotaging when we're manifesting things? Is that why those insects are there? What's their purpose in life as an insect? How are we, in a way, that insect might be trying to tell us, hey, you're self-sabotaging yourself in this way. You know, you've got to look at like a death in the family. You self-reflect, because maybe not self-reflect, but that individual is coming to see you, you know. Doesn't have to say anything. I don't know, you know, but whatever they were wearing, maybe she enjoyed that time in her life is, you know, serving our people. That was her highlight. That's what she truly enjoyed at the moment, or that time in her life, you know. I don't, you know, there's a lot of different things.
There's so many different things.
I think it's self-reflecting in a sense of awareness, like, you know, be aware of what you're doing when you wake up tomorrow, or whatever you like they say, things happen for a reason. If you're dropping your keys, you can't get out the front door on time, then you're leaving things, you forget to turn off the TV, you forget your debit card. There's a purpose for that, because the universe is telling you to slow down. Something's going to happen, and they don't want you, you know, that's not your time and place, is to be in that moment of, what is it, like an accident or whatever. You know, you have to kind of just, I know a lot of times we don't look at it that way. We just rush and rush and rush. Oh, we got things to do. You got this big old list of things to do, and you want to make sure you have your timeline and you keep that timeline. And we don't want to accept the fact to, you know what, take a break. It's okay to be late. It's okay not to get this done on time. It's okay, you know.
But not be a procrastinator, right?
Yeah, but.
So you like all the manifestations and stuff like that? Because I've noticed that you like to talk about the universe, and what you put into the universe is what you kind of get out of it.
I like it. I mean, it's curiosity. I mean, it's curious. I'm curious enough about it to understand what it's about. And then when I hear other people's stories, and the way, like I said, like they put it in the universe, like I have a friend you know, for a minute there, I was like going through a rough time. God, I just feel like this. I feel like I look like this way. I feel like this, and this. You know, she's like, hey, take a minute. Don't look at yourself in that way. Don't put yourself in that negative light.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
You're feeding it.
Yeah.
You're feeding it.
Exactly. So you don't ever want to walk out the door and feel like I just look like shit today.
Blah, blah, blah.
I feel like shit. And
I don't got my shit together, but that's okay. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I know I look like shit. So.
But
you ain't got to tell me twice. Just kidding. Yeah.
You don't put yourself in that negative space, you know?
You don't say bad things about yourself. You don't say that you're ugly or you're a piece of shit.
You know,
look at that.
Yeah.
Like looking at shit.
No, okay, I think the universe, when we're looking at like that, I think everything has like a balance. So like there can't be so much of a good thing, because you have to have like this negative thing level it out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, there's the same thing, too. If you have, like, a lot of bad things going in your life, you need, like, good things that are happening. But it's not up to you to have that. It's, like, kind of like the universe, kind of like type thing.
Yeah, and then not only that, you want to feed that positivity, like the feeling, like the love that you have for yourself. And like, you know, no one's not going to love yourself the way you love yourself. You know what I mean? Like no one's not going to love me the way I love myself. There's no one that's going to love Shay the way he loves himself. Like the more you love yourself, the more things change.
Mm-hmm.
The more things everything changes in your body. Like you could be, I think the more you talk bad about yourself or how you treat yourself is, you know, your body tells you, like, you could have aches in your joints. You know what I mean? You can start feeling that you're kind of deteriorating your own self. You know what I mean? You're self-destructing your own self.
Mm-hmm.
But once you start talking positive about yourself, you do positive things for yourself. You start eating healthy, like what Shay's doing, and he's eating his leafy greens. He formed that habit, and he probably feels great, right, Shay?
I would hope so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sure do.
I know, right?
feel though?
I feel like
Do you feel different?
Do you feel lighter?
Do you feel cleaner?
I mean,
Do you
like,
feel cleaner?
You feel magical?
Is
yes,
your eye
and
blue?
yes.
Is your eyes bluer than anything?
So you guys,
Beautiful.
I feel like you guys are taking stabs, at me, and I feel like I don't appreciate it. I'm putting that on the universe and my mama. All right. I mean, I'm missing. This is why I don't open up. People just judge.
No, but those are good things. You know what I mean? Those are good things about you and what you're doing and how you're changing. You know what I mean? We don't grow unless we change some things.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, you hang on to the negative.
Mhm.
You had one bad day, and then you think tomorrow's going to be the same way. You already have that negative mindset.
And
You're going to wake up in that same mindset.
You're already
and you're gonna
jinxing it.
still have that same day like that. And if we don't learn how to release all of that and be like, you know what, that was yesterday. The past is the past. I can't go back and change it. You're walking in.
Yeah, tonight when I see you guys tomorrow, if I do see you guys tomorrow, you guys should try this. Go. We have Frankenstein or frankincense. Jessica loves the smell. I do too. But tonight, like, do something tonight. Do this. Go to bed. I seen this on TikToks, and go to bed and tell yourself that tomorrow you're gonna have a positive day. You'll have a positive outlook. There's going to be some positive things. Good things are going to happen tomorrow. Go to bed saying that. In the morning when you wake up, say the exact same thing. Say today's going to be a good day. Today's going to it's going to be a good feeling. It's going to be a good vibe. And you're going to go and fulfill this day, and you don't know what to expect, but, you know, Lord be with me, you know, and just, that's all we can do. It was just to have a good day, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you like, you know, the frankincense is getting tangled over. Now, I think when you like thank the Lord for like a good day and stuff like that, it really makes a difference because when you look at it in a good light, where you go, you know, thank you for making it very bright today and making the sky beautiful. You really do like, you don't take it for granted. Yeah.
Like, what if we could all end up in like martial law? You know what I mean? One day.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Are we still talking about
Magical.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think not only you thank the creator for things, but you thank your ancestors too, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're still walking with us.
Mm-hmm.
They've done a lot for us.
I cannot believe like how much prayer happens and how much so much prayer is powerful. And like just having your ancestors or having these angels, like people pray for you and how protected you are.
Yes.
Don't you know?
Yes.
Like we take that for granted too. Like we're out here messing around with death and all that stuff, but you know, we don't even realize that we're actually protected. Like you're protected through your people, and your Shay's protected through his people, and I'm protected through mine. And I think we all take that for granted. But when we were talking about manifesting, I want to tell you this little story. So the only reason why we're sitting here today is when I wanted to give a shout out to Peterson's Properties. They're the ones who are leasing this building for me for the Basin is Live podcast. And the only reason why I'm here is because of them and because of like God and the universe. Because when the realtor talked to me about it, she was like, hey, I was going to take two doors down and I was going to be in a smaller building than this. It was like the same layout, whatever. Not the same layout. It was the same square footage, but it was just in a different layout, and it was super small. Like the rooms were like super small, and I was like, okay, whatever. I can probably work with this. It's just gonna be like a hobby or whatever. So I go and I'm telling her, I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And then she calls me the other day, and then the next day, and she's like, hey, they're thinking about leasing their own building or their own office, and because they're based out of St. George, and they're expanding down there, but they want to still have an office up here. They're thinking about it and stuff like that. And when she brought me in here, I was like, I fell in love with it. I already had like the picture in my mind. I'm like, this would be perfect. And she goes, wait, I didn't think this would be good for you because it's so open space. I'm like, that's what I want. That's what I really want it. And I like had all these ideas for it. And then she was like, okay, I'll let them know that you're going to want this then. I was like, okay, perfect. I was like, let me know. And then we went over like the details or whatever. And then 2 days passed. And then she's like, hey, I have to call you because I was at a health fair, and she goes, hey, I had to call you. I could not text this to you. I was like, all right, perfect. She calls me and she tells me like, hey, they're not looking to lease this building. And I'm like, are you serious? And she goes, yeah. She goes, so they're deciding on keeping it, and then they'll still let you lease the 1, 2, 3 doors down. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I was thinking, I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I'll take it. But then I was like procrastinating, overthinking. And I was like, what if like, what's going to happen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really want it. Like, do I even want this dream? Do I even, and I was really kind of thinking and like that overthinking and everything. I text Lynn telling her, I was like, what can we do to change their mind? I was like, let me just give this another shot. I was like, what can we do to change their mind? Can I email them why and the purpose that I really want that building and what I'm going to do in here in the community and stuff like that. So she was like, that could work, but I think they're pretty much set on them having that building. So I was like, she goes, but it's worth the shot. She was like, and that's where I get my philosophy from, is like, the worst thing that anybody can tell you is no. And that's where I get that from, because she showed me that. And then so I get home, I write this email, I let them know like everything that I want to do in the community, like what I want to do, what is the purpose of it. And I send it to them, like, here's the email. And she goes, okay, I'm going to forward this to them. And I'm like, okay. She goes, I'll get back with you in a couple of days. I said, okay, cool. So I end up going about my day. It was like evening time. I get off work, going home. And I'm thinking, I'm like, God, like, if they say no, like, they say no, then I'm gonna, I'll put the dream away. Like, I'll just forget I even had it. I'll go back to my stressful job. You know what I mean? I'll go back to being a slave or whatever. So I was like, okay, perfect. I was like, if they don't agree to it, that's perfectly fine. I'll just let this go and I'll just, let it ride or whatever. So I was like, F it, whatever. So I was like, universe, like, I'm giving this to you, whatever this is. If they say yes, I'll go full on into it. I'll jump right in the water. But if they don't, then that's a sign. Then I'll leave it alone and I'll pretend like I never had it. And then she calls me 2 days later and she goes, Natalie, you got it. They're going to give it to you. I'm like thinking, I'm like, freaking, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to say the F word, but I was like, now I got to do it. Yeah. So I was like, I'm in the water. I'm like, it's happening. Like, it's happening. Like, I was like, like, I had butterflies all week and I was like, shoot.
Yes. And just think if you didn't write that letter, that email.
Yeah. And I just, it's all about giving it another shot. You know what I mean? That just proves to you that you shouldn't quit. You shouldn't, you know what I mean? Just because that was a hiccup and you think things are set in their ways.
Right.
And then once I did that, then I should have never did that, but I did it because I wanted it. But
things are never set in stone, They're not. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad it all worked out.
I know. So now we're here. Basin's life's here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys coming in today and taking time out of this busy Sunday. And I want to thank you guys so much for listening and hanging out with us today. We truly appreciate every single one of you for the support, whether you're in the car, you're at home, you're washing dishes, picking up the kids from your baby daddy. Make sure you stay tuned for our next episode. And we've got Kayla from Burnout Boutique coming in to introduce her new business and what inspired her and the story behind it. And you wouldn't want to miss it. Only on Spotify at Basin is Life podcast. Until next time, Shay, what do you want to say to the people?
Let's see. I want to give a shout out to Tomcat. I love their podcast. Thank you, Natalie, for having me.
Yeah,
I appreciate
you're welcome.
Yeah, it's like really nice in here.
It's really good to have you guys here.
I appreciate you, Jess, because there's like a lot of things that, I kind of look at it in a way where you're still teaching me stuff, but I'm not asking for it. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. You like laughing.
How would you say that she's a mentor?
I don't know if she even likes the title of mentor. I think she just.
I don't
She just
like compliments at
all.
all.
She's a friend.
just like
No,
I guess props or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just give her props. She's got stars.
I think we have a lot of talent amongst us three. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
And I
we do.
don't,
And
I don't even think we give ourselves enough
the
credit.
recognition, yeah, we don't. We do a lot of work for our community, our tribal members. And geez, it's just we put a lot of hours there into our jobs, and I don't think we get enough recognition.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think so either. It's just, it's something, the best, it's almost like, you know how like they say about the like cowboys and stuff like that? The best work goes unseen. You know what I mean? That's when you're in it. That's what I kind of.
But I think the crazy thing about it is that I don't think we really even need the recognition like that.
Yeah.
Because I think it'll give us like an ego or whatever.
Yeah, and I think we're not that kind. And
we
I
don't
think
need
like
to be put on a pedestal.
I think I think what I really like to is just to be okay. I like to just go home and, have my reboot. You know what I mean? Go home to reboot, have time for myself, and then do what I love. And I think that's it. That's all I ask.
Right. I just want somebody to say, good job.
Give me a thumbs
You
up.
know what I mean?
When you see me, give me a thumbs up. Be that okay.
You're right. Yeah. Thank you, Natalie, for having us. I enjoyed my time.
Thank you, Jess.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shay.
Thank you, Shay.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Natalie.